Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports. Coach. And what's something you try to establish at this stage?
I think there's two things, Kevin. First, we're trying to build our habits the right way. Everything from the way we practice to the way we prepare for games to the way we warm up, all of it. And then second of all, we're trying to figure out our rotation. Who's going to start? Who's going to come off the bench? Which groups work well together? It's an ongoing process.
A lot of moving parts, you're right. So look at the starters for the Wizards. They've got Johnson. Artest is out there with Abdul-Jabbar. And it's Guerin in at the 2 spot. Artest against Wilkins. Artest kicks to Abdul-Jabbar. There's the pick. Here's Johnson, 6 to shoot, and he drops in the layup off the glass. About a minute played so far here in the first. Camp with a screen for Wilkins. He's looking for Howard and finds him. It's stolen by Abdul-Jabbar. Kidd against Artest. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You're not going to find a more rugged player than Artest. He will battle for every loose ball, every rebound, and he'll defend with every ounce of energy he has.
Taking 2 shots.
He's perfect from the line this time. GA, when it comes to the Wizards, they have a pretty spotty track record over the past decade.
Kevin, it's tough to get things right in the draft. Plus, they have just had poor lottery luck, only selecting higher than 8th once in the last decade. But they have passed on some superstar-level talent.
Now, here's Wilkins. Last time out, he had 13 points. Artest with the ball. Wilkins picks him up. Johnson, the pass to Pettit. And the 3 off target. And it's Detroit's ball. Nothing yet up on the scoreboard for them. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
And with his natural strength, defending Kemp on the interior is always a challenge. All the defense can do there was foul.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And Greg, for longtime Pistons fans, that bad boys era was so special.
I mean, Detroit's a tough, hard-working town, and those teams did have great talent led by Isaiah Thomas, but it was their physical, intimidating style of play that made them the bad boys.
A 3-pointer is right on target.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And timeout call by J.B. Bickerstaff. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Westfall passes to Wilkins. Again with the block.
Step aside. We've got a new number 3 in career block.
There haven't been too many more staunch defenders in history than this man. Washington with the ball. Dwight Howard missing his last shot. Guerin, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And that one drops.
Boy, he is quick off his feet and really stronger than he looks. Wilkins can burn you in that painted area.
It's stolen by Wilkins. Here's Kidd. A shot's good on the assist from Wilkins.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Outside Artest. Pettit the pass to Abdul-Jabbar. And it's sent back by Howard.
Yeah, and shooters have to be cautious with Howard around. He has such a long reach that he easily blocks those kinds of shots.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Wizards. Here's Pettit. Kemp defending. Pettit, good. Pettit's got 5 points so far.
And points in the paint are a sure thing when Pettit's on the floor. He's just got too much game down low. He may not have the bulk of some of the other guys, but it doesn't matter.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. Obviously, the Pistons in the midst of a long rebuild. 2 seasons in a row at the bottom of the league standings. Last season, they had the worst record in this once-proud franchise's history. And that counts the record-setting 28-game losing streak that they had. It's pretty clear that this could be a long road back to redemption. Kevin?
Yeah, could is the operative word. This could be indeed. David, thank you. Outside Artest. They set the pick. No good on the triple.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Kidd passes to Kemp. To the middle. And Kemp slings it in.
Oh, beautiful setup there. One thing you can say about Kemp, no pass is too high for him to go get.
Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Here's Pettit. Kemp with the rebound. The Pistons lead it. Here's Westphal. No scoring in this one. Outside Kidd. Misses from close range. Washington's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Here's Pettit. Kemp defending. And it's sent back by Kemp. And the shot goes in. Pistons have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Kidd passes to Howard. Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
And doing what he does best, Howard attacking the rim with that explosive power.
Williams, he's checked in for Jason Kidd. So for the Wizards, their last game a loss to Indiana.
When they ran the offense right, they found some easy shots, but on that occasion, it was few and far between.
Yeah, they had a hard time getting the looks they wanted on offense, and it's hard to get a win when that's the case.
The Pistons trailing.
2 minutes remaining.
Outside Williams. Howard with a screen on Johnson to the inside. He stands since 2009. The Pistons have just 2 playoff appearances.
Yeah, that's true, Kevin. And they got swept in both of those playoff appearances. They haven't won a playoff game since 2008. And with all the lottery picks they've made recently, their fans are itching to see some progress.
Detroit making a switch. Hudson's checked in. A nice shot by Nader.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Outside, Kemp. It's deflected. For Detroit, they've gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Just 5 to shoot. Kemp a screen on Johnson. Pulls from the top of the key. Washington with the rebound.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Outside Artest. There's the screen over Wilkins. And it's Artest missing.
Thin margin of error right there. You have to work for a better shot.
Wilkins outside. There's 42 seconds left in the first quarter. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Wilkins has got it all tied up now for the Pistons. And the way the Wizards like to play, Greg, you can expect them to get out and run.
They're young and they can fly, right? They've got speed and athleticism to get up and down the floor. They'll push the tempo as much as you allow.
That's good from Johnson. Stan, for 4 seasons, you were the head coach of the Detroit Pistons, and we were just talking the other day, what a great sports city Detroit is.
Oh, I absolutely loved my time in Detroit. I've still got 2 kids who live in the area, and great sports fans. Hardworking people that really value hardworking teams, and if you are one, they will be behind you all the way.
And with Dennis Johnson, you know you're going to get tenacity and intensity, especially on the defensive end. He mucks things up out there.
Now here's Williams. Scoreless thus far. Off target from outside. Here's Christie. Inside. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And some nice defense there to end the quarter. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And this is why coaches stress the importance of defense. Big block there in this close game.
baskets coming early and often in the first quarter. Wizards lead by 4. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Wizards.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And how about also the ability to contest shots? They're staying attached and contesting and coming away with blocks as well.
So this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting the second. They've got Johnson. He's out there with Scott. Abdul-Jabbar is out there with Howell. And it's Pettit in at the 4 slot. Now, here's Scott. Kemp with the steal.
Yeah, another turnover there. But, guys, overall, they've taken really good care of the basketball.
Shot is good, and the Wizards' lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Hudson.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Here's Howell. 14 points from him the last game against Indiana. To the paint. It's stolen by Kemp. O'Neal outside. Hamilton outside. Kemp with a screen for Hamilton. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Hudson. Over Johnson. No good from Hudson. The Wizards shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. Howell passes to Pettit beyond the arc. Rebounded by Kemp. Kemp's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Abdul-Jabbar with the steal. Johnson with it. Now Hamilton defending. The shot's good. Johnson's got 8 points. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Williams against Scott. Left side, O'Neal. Over Abdul-Jabbar. And it's Howell with the rebound.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
Got a piece of it. And stolen by Darren Williams. Drops in the breakaway layup. Williams has got his first bucket in this one.
And you can see how opportunistic Williams is on the break. Very good at capitalizing in these spots.
Back to Johnson. Well, Stan, as a former coach, I imagine it has to be hard for you to watch basketball as a fan.
Well, it is. It's very hard, almost impossible. I'm almost always watching from a coach's standpoint, an X and O standpoint. But I will say, even when I was standing on the sidelines, NBA players are so good that you have fan moments even while you're coaching.
It seems like every game we see something we've never seen before, right?
I can remember turning around to my assistants and saying, "Can you believe that?"
Kidd against Scott. Kidd kicks to Kemp. Pass to O'Neal. Outside, Kemp. Clock at 4. Here's Kidd. And that's rejected by Abdul-Jabbar. Baseline try. The Wizards with another miss. Pistons trailed by 3. Now Kidd. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And that's rejected by Abdul-Jabbar. Here's Wilkins. So it's Detroit now. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. While we have the time, let's take a look at last season's best transition teams. The Wizards second.
I mean, this is such a tough team to deal with. You see the numbers. They would just push the ball at every opportunity. And the talent O'Neal has is evident, and the exact type of big man any team would love to have.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence. Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. He wants to talk to his guy.
Give a big round of applause for your Pistons dancers. Good dance, team.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Here's O'Neal. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to go on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
And defenses know what O'Neal could do with the rock all over him that time.
Detroit shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
He's off on the first.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
And the second free throw, good. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Howell. Johnson with a screen on Wilkins. Here's Howell. Good D by Wilkins.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
O'Neal passes to Westphal. Back to O'Neal. The shot off that time. Good defense by Abdul-Jabbar. Johnson surveying the floor. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Here's Pettit. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment. And you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Now here's Wilkins. He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
And the Pistons making a change here. Camby's checked in. Here's Kemp, and it's Kemp slamming it down.
Wow, I tell you, Kemp is not your average dunker. This guy rocks the rim.
Pass to Pettit. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Sean Kemp picks one up right there.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And he's good on the second. Pistons trail by 5. Kidd with it. 8 points his last outing. Now Wilkins. Oh, and the dunk by Wilkins.
How about the high-flying acrobatics by Wilkins on that? Yeah, they call him the human highlight film.
Up top English. Knocked loose. Here's Westphal. English covering the screen from Kemp. Down low. And Kemp with the slam.
The ultimate man-child. Kemp, one of the most flamboyant finishers in our league.
Pass to Pettit. Here's Gavin. He's defended by Wilkins. English. And he comes up with the deuce. English has got his first basket. Here's Kidd. And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
Dancers, dancing. Make some noise.
Here's Westphal. Hasn't made one yet.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Wilkins surveying the defense. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard.
Well, he certainly had trouble finding the mark this quarter.
Pass to Guerin. Here's Pettit. English with the ball. He's covered by Kidd. And now, in transition, it's Kidd. Here we go. And then Kemp slams it in.
They definitely have the edge in those fast break games.
They got to keep looking for fast break scores to even this game up.
Here's Pettit. Last game he had 12. Over Kidd. And it's Pettit missing. Here's Westphal. Here's Kemp. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Kidd against Johnson.
I got yours.
58 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Pettit. No good on the three. The Pistons trail it. Pass to Wilkins. Kidd against Johnson. Takes it inside. Got a piece of it. 4-on-3 break. Here's Guerin. Canby with the block. Pushing it up. And here they go. Here's Kidd. Rebound by the Wizards. Abdul-Jabbar's got 6 rebounds in the game. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Here's Westphal. Still yet to score. Right wing. Canby dishes to Wilkins. Shoots over English. And that one's good. Wilkins has got the lead up to 1 now for the Pistons. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Pistons ahead, leading by just 1. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
When you look at how they're getting their points, a good portion comes from inside. They're going right at the defense.
And moving along, and that's a halftime.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Washington. They trail by 1. Kemp is out there with Howard. Then it's Wilkins. Then there's Kidd. And it's Westphal in at the 2-guard. And that's the group for J.B. Bickerstaff as we begin the second half. Outside Wilkins. The Pistons working the ball around now. And it's Ron Artest with the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Westphal. Still scoreless. 5 to shoot. Outside, Kemp. And that's rejected by Abdul-Jabbar. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Kidd against Johnson. Left side, Abdul-Jabbar. That's in, coming off an assist from Johnson. Johnson's got his 4th assist in this one. It's a neck-and-neck game in Detroit. Outside Kemp. Intercepted. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. And we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches these days, Stan. Do you miss it?
Do I miss the paychecks? Yeah, payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about now, though? What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof. But look, the trade-off is the paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Has to Bennett. Launches a three. Gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times.
And the ultimate combo guard. Johnson can pass with the league's best playmakers.
And J.B. Bickerstaff has called a timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Kidd passes to Wilkins. Over Artest. Wilkins can't get it to go. Washington leading now by 4. Fade away. And the Wizards getting another bucket right there.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his way.
Kidd passes to Westphal. Back to Kidd. It's Wilkins on the wing. Back to Kidd. Shot clock at 6. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And Kidd, really just a nightly triple-double threat. Big point guard who can score, pass, and also rebounds the ball.
First trip to the line for him here. O'Neal's checked in for Detroit. Both good from the line that time. Washington's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Back to Kidd. Howard setting the pick for Kidd. Connects from 3-point range. Kidd's got 7.
So the concentration from Kidd at the arc, a big part of how he stays consistent from there.
Has to Bennett. Here's Guerin, defended by Wilkins. Headed, good.
Well, he's been very reliable tonight. Not wasting any chances, really using his head.
Westphal passes to Howard. Kidd against Johnson. To the middle. It's stolen by Abdul-Jabbar. Driving inside. Here's Guerin. And it's sent back by O'Neal. Has to Bennett. To the inside. Artest. Banked in off the glass. And it's a 7-point Washington lead.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Kidd against Johnson. Kidd kicks to O'Neal. And it's out of bounds to the Pistons as Detroit retains possession. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Detroit. On Monday, the Milwaukee Bucks will come into town. And then on Monday, they'll tip off a road trip in Brooklyn where they'll take on the Nets.
And you know for that matchup with New York, that's one to mark on the schedule. It's their 5th game of the year, and we should start to see their lineups get sorted out.
Hamilton's checked in for the Pistons. Williams comes in for Kidd. Then for the Wizards, Nader's checked in for Abdul-Jabbar. And it's Scott in for Dennis Johnson.
Well, playing his role to perfection, using his size to control the glass for his team.
Outside, Scott. Pass to Bennett from deep. Rebounded by the Pistons.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Westphal, covered by Artest. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Wizards leading by 7. And here is Scott. With his first shot attempt. It's good on the putback. Nader's got the lead up to 9 now for the Wizards.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
to the paint. Here's Howard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Hey, Stan, I've always wondered, back when you were coaching, college or pro, what was your defensive philosophy?
Well, I think, first of all, Kevin, we always wanted to take away the easy baskets. In other words, we're going to get back in transition, not give away fast breaks. We are going to try to protect the paint and make sure we're not giving away layups. And we didn't want to foul unnecessarily and give away free throws.
Free throw good, Howard.
And the defensive prowess of Howard is simply phenomenal. Not only a shot-blocking master, but his mere presence alone makes shooters incredibly nervous.
Hudson's checked in for the Pistons. Howell's checked in for the Wizards. Christie comes in for Ron Artest. And both free throws good for Howard.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
On the wing, Scott. He's guarded by Williams. Williams against Scott. Here's Howell. Buries the long-range jumper. Howell's got his first 3 points of the game.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And love how Howard throws it down. Just spectacular to watch on these alley-oops, given his strength.
Pass to Guerin. Here's the screen. Here's Nader. And out of bounds. The Pistons will take it. Marcus Camby. He's checked in for Jermaine O'Neal. English. He's checked in for the Wizards. Pistons trail by 8. Now here is Hamilton. Still without a basket. Howard, the pass to Williams. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
This game is going to get even more out of hand unless they start valuing the basketball.
And that's a block right there. He swats that ball away with some energy.
And guys, that block could really help change the momentum of this game.
Wizards leading by 8. Outside, Scott. Pass to Howell. Rejected by Campbell. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. .144 left in the third. English inside. Covered by Hamilton. And English gets it to go.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Williams dishes to Hudson. It's Rip Hamilton on the wing. Offline with his three.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Wizards.
Well, they're shot blocking. The defensive effort level has been great. You got to love that intensity.
And they're also finding a good deal of their points off turnovers tonight. Seems like every time they come up with an extra possession, they find a way to convert.
The free throw drops for English. Both free throws good from English.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Pistons trail by 12. Pass to Howard. Williams kicks to Hudson. Howard with a screen on Christie. Inside. It's tipped. And here we go. Washington fast break. And it's blocked. Here's Hudson. Lobbed up there for Howard. And Howard with the stuff.
And Howard still has more than enough lift here to finish off plays like that.
Shoots it. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Dwight Howard. This is his first free throw of the game.
At the line for the Wizards, Nader. Sweat. Nader.
He misses the free throw. And he sinks the second. There's 42 seconds left to play here in the third. Hudson against Christie. Howard with a screen on Christie. And it's slammed in by Howard.
And when Howard gets it going, watch out. It's scary to see him dominate like this.
Scott the pass to Nader. The Wizards working the ball around now. English against Hamilton. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. If Hamilton picks that one up, on the night he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
At the line for the Wizards, English, Alex English, 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for English.
And one difference this have is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And as a team, they're hovering around the high 80s from the free throw line. They've gotten better as the game has gone along, which is exactly what you want to see.
Camby sets the screen for Williams. 4 seconds left, and it's denied. And so it's the Washington Wizards holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammate.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. So on the floor for Washington, they've got Artest. Christie is out there with Nader. And it's Guerin in at the point. Now here's Kidd. Defense right on him. It's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Johnson is checked in for Christie.
Number 3, Dennis Johnson.
3 on the clock. Unloads. Washington with the rebound. Pettit's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Guerin passes to Johnson. And it's sent back by Howard.
And he's led the league in block shots on multiple occasions. And Howard's still a presence down low.
Outside Kidd. Pass to Howard. Back to Kidd. Jacks up a 3. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. Kidd's got it back down to within single digits for the Pistons. Johnson with the bounce pass. Here's Pettit. It's rebounded by Campbell. Here's Hamilton. And another 3 for Detroit.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the 4th quarter. Johnson against Kidd. Johnson outside.
Second personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the Wizards. Johnson.
That one is off. Detroit making a switch. Wilkins is checked in. He hits the second from the line. Pistons trail by 6. Kidd kicks to Camby. Back to Kidd. Drives to the hoop. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Kidd's got 10 points here in the second half. And the Wizards with possession. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Johnson against Kidd. Johnson attacking. Rejected by Camby. Lobbed up there for Howard. Fast break. Here we go. He lobs it up. There's the steal. Here's Wilkins. Oh, and the dunk by Wilkins.
And when you thought this 4th quarter was simply a formality, all of a sudden the offense picks up, and now we have a game.
Johnson with a screen on Wilkins. Here he goes. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
At the line for the Wizards.
Pistons trail by 5. Wilkins outside. Camby kicks to Wilkins. It's slammed in by Wilkins.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
Yeah, you know, I like how they're not relying on just one guy to get it done. They're sharing the ball and keeping the defense guessing.
And Washington making a change here. Abdul-Jabbar is checked in. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey guys, Brian Keefe reviewing the game plan with his team during that last timeout. Now he reminded his team, keep looking for the deep ball. If the 3 is there, take it. You've done a good job getting those looks, so keep taking them. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Camby with the block. Out of bounds. Wizards ball as Washington keeps possession. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the 4th. Here's Kidd. Pass to Campbell. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Knocked away. Hudson kicks to Camby. Now here's Wilkins. And he uses the glass on the layup. Wilkins has got 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Johnson, the pass to Pettit. Outside Artest. There's a screen. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
Washington foul. Dennis Johnson. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Kidd. Camby, a screen on Johnson. And slam dunk by Camby.
Great pass to hit him in stride. Love to see teammates in sync with each other.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Washington Wizards. They lead by 1. Pass to Pettit. Here's Guerin. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Yeah, he's been able to turn it around after a rough first half. He's now looking much better offensively.
And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Hamilton's checked in for the Pistons. And a change for the Wizards. Scotty's checked in for Johnson. Washington on D. They've held a 12-point lead early. Scott against Kidd. To the paint. And it's Howard finishing it off.
And you can see the determination in Howard's eyes. He relishes the opportunity to provide big baskets like that one.
Hudson's checked in for Hamilton.
Number 23.
Wizards have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Pettit. Here's the 3. The Wizards with another miss.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Howard misses.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
Well, it's not easy to time that up. Just not quite in sync there. It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night.
Well, he's been here before. Howard knows how to take charge when the team needs a bucket.
Artest with the screen on Kidd. Out left to the wing. Stolen by Wilkins. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You can tell Dominique Wilkins just has that extra edge to his game. He's always hunting down his next bucket and willing to fight to get it.
Nader's checked in for the Wizards.
Well, make no mistake, this is exactly who they want at the line in this situation.
And Kareem throws it down.
And not much you can do defensively once Kareem gets the ball in that close. Too much height, too much talent.
Screen by Howard. For 3, Wilkins. Goes back up. Oh, and he pops it off the glass. Wow. Here's Guerin. And he recovers it.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Here's Wilkins. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
Yeah, trying to get separation from the defense right there. Just couldn't get it to go.
Abdul-Jabbar against Howard. Tries it from 19. Abdul-Jabbar can't get it to go. Wilkins in the post. Working on Abdul-Jabbar.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
To the middle. It falls!
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
Here's Westphal. Outside Kidd. Can be a screen on Scott. Three-pointer. Kidd. It's rebounded by Nader. And an intentional foul right there.
First personal foul. 13 foul. Now returning on the floor to your Pistons, number 30.
We've got 13 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And they go to the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
Team 4.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Good job converting at the line and helping to build this lead.
And Wilkins gets it to go.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to give him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Scott up top, and so it's Washington who scraped by with the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother him. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well,
Hello and welcome to the NBA on 2. Sports this Tuesday evening. And with things just getting started in this new season, Brent, what are you looking forward to the most moving ahead?
Yeah, BA, I think about last year's teams and the magic that they had to push themselves into playoff positioning. Do they still have it? But one of the more exciting things in terms of the storyline is which teams are showing some early chemistry that could threaten some of those teams from last year. That is something that we always gravitate towards. The fresh blood, the new team, the one that's going to be the underdog throughout the course of the year, and how far can they push it?
Here's the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. They've got Bam Adebayo, and it's Jordan in at the 2 spot. And that one's good. Holmgren.
And you can already tell Holmgren has an edge to his game. It's the 3 right back. That's the competitive streak you need as a young player.
Holmgren against Adebayo. Here's Jordan. Oh, Jordan with the block. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jordan. Here's Jordan. Rebound Miami.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Pass to Hagan from behind the arc. And it's Jordan with the rebound. The Bucks have gone 1 for 3 so far. Here's Adebayo. Another shot. And he battles for the ball, gets the second chance bucket.
Well, around the rim, Bam Adebayo makes so many things happen because he's so athletic.
And here's Oladipo. Back to Simmons. Oladipo up top. Here's Hagan. 5 to shoot. 3-pointer. Adebayo grabs the board. Well, Grant, from roster to coaching changes, the Bucks have been trying to become an even more elite team.
Yeah, teams are always tinkering now these days, BA. The Bucks know they are a high-level team, but they want to dominate the competition on another level.
That one goes in. Adebayo's got his second basket on the night.
Man, he's got that touch working tonight, shooting the ball very well to start this one.
Simmons looking around. Thomas with a steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Bucks.
And this kind of six slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, BA.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show. Oladipo, the pass to Jordan. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. And Brent, the Heat always looking to compete year in, year out.
Well, for good reason. This team takes a lot of pride in giving themselves a chance every year. And the way the front office conducts their business is they believe they can put together the type of roster that is going to go out there and take care of things to put them in position to be successful.
He hits the second from the line. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I was able to catch up with the head coach of the Heat. Right away, he acknowledged they're facing one of the best defensive players in the league in Bam Adebayo. He told me Bam can do it all. He can protect the rim, he can defend in isolation, he can rebound. So we have to keep our composure, be aware of his presence, and not let him dictate what we do. All right, let's send it back to you guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie. And here we go again. The Bucks on the break. Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle.
And the power of Adebayo. Get off me.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Bucks.
Ever since this game started, they've been attacking on the inside, looking for ways to bust up the defense and get high percentage looks.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they are, they get the ball.
And he drops the first. And Grant, the Heat, last season, retiring Udonis Haslam's number 40.
Yeah, he played his entire 2-decade career in his hometown of Miami. And for all of his contributions on the court, what he meant to this organization off the floor was just as important.
Second free throw, no good. You know, he's 6'9". Brent, would you call Bam Adebayo a small ball center?
If you were standing in front of him, B.A., would you do that? I don't know if I want to do that. I want to ask Bam what he wants to be called, whether it's center or forward. It doesn't really much matter. This guy can play both ends of the floor and can dominate a game. He's got great strength, great length, and continues to grow his game.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
Right wing. They set the screen. Here's Jordan. And another miss by Milwaukee.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
Takes a 13-footer. Rebounded by the Bucks. They come into this one following the loss to Atlanta.
In this league, you have to stay active at both ends of the floor. I thought their lackluster defense was the difference in the game.
You can't allow any opponent to shoot that kind of percentage. If you do, it's just going to be so tough to keep up.
Oladipo. Holmgren, the pass to Simmons. Shot clock at 5. It's hauled in by Robinson. The Bucks leading by 6. From deep, Jordan. Ben Simmons grabs the board.
If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Pass to Jordan. The Heat need to get one up in a hurry. Sends it home from three-point land. Holmgren's got 6.
Yeah, it's just too easy for Holmgren. Man, is he fun to watch operate off the catch.
Robinson passes to Thomas. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
That's what you call playing big. He just stays committed to the attack mode.
Tip of the cap there. I mean, that defense was good. The finish was better.
And he caps off the break with a monster slam.
And this kind of play is only going to grow their lead, holding the other guys down on defense and converting on the turnover.
Pass to Holmgren. Lets the 3 fly. Pure from three-point range. He's got 9.
A superb three-point threat. When Holmgren is knocking down triples, he's hard to contain.
Thomas passes to Jordan. Back to Thomas. Adebayo, a screen on Simmons. Here's Thomas. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Heat trail by 4. Oladipo, the pass to Jordan. Here's Simmons. Over Thomas. And there are the Heat with another bucket.
And Simmons' teammates encourage him to look to score. Good to see him getting it done right there.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
Give it up for your Heat squad.
All right, with this break, let's take a look at the teams that were the toughest to score against last year. In third, the Heat.
They made life hard on opponents. One of the best defenses in the NBA last year.
Thomas outside. Outside, Williams. There's a minute 26 left in the opening quarter. Pass to Barry. Good work defensively by Brooks.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
And they'll get another chance. Here's Brunson outside. Williams grabs the board. Milwaukee in the lead. 55 seconds left to play in the first. Thomas outside. And there's the lob. And Williams punches it home.
Oh, look at that rim after that Williams jam. It's still swaying.
And Brooks has got the ball here for the Miami Heat. 36 seconds left in the first. It's Milwaukee with a rebound.
Grab that one. However, so far they're getting a little out-hustled on the boards.
Thomas against Brunson. Thomas outside. Oh, Jordan with the block. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Milwaukee out in front, up by 4. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how the Bucks are doing, guys, your thoughts?
Well, there's no reason to take risky shots when you can collect points at the rim.
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
They've got Jalen Brunson. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Dylan Brooks. And it's Martin in at the 4. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Milwaukee leading by 4. Chambers, the pass to Thomas. And it's Jordan with the rebound. Well, the Heat's shooting 36% for the game. Not great. Here's Wade. He's covered by Simons. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. And as the perimeter game took over, it seemed that the dominant big man went away a bit. Instead, the bigs just got more skilled, Greg.
Well, B.A., dominant big men are really hard to come by. So when you do get one, there tends to be a lean. But yes, it's been about the skill of the big over the past few years, along with the game transitioning to the three-point line and picking up the pace. There'll be another big man out there who changes the game back to the low block, B.A.
Kuzi, the pass to Simons. Tipped away. Fast break. Here come the Heat. Here's Wade. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Nice to see Dwayne Wade doing some of the things that remind us of a young Dwayne Wade out in transition this time.
And here's Simons. His last outing, we saw him score 13. Down to 5 on the shot clock. He buries it from 3. And the Bucks lead by 4.
Yeah, Simons has great confidence in shooting that 3 ball, and that consistency will help this squad.
Jordan up top. Williams defending. Screen by Holmgren. Brooks outside. Fires from deep. Can't get it to go. Making him 0 for 2.
That's how you stay connected to a shooter. Was right in his jersey.
Outside, Williams. Pass to Barry. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far.
Good recognition from the big man, Williams. Solid at realizing when the D has overcommitted.
On the wing, Wade. He's covered by Simons. Wade, that's good.
Getting the ball inside, usually a pretty good recipe.
Milwaukee leading by 4. And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
Okay, fans, time to get on your feet and make some noise for your Miami Heat dancers.
Hartenstein He's checked in for Jordan. The Bucks also with a sub. Adebayo's checked in. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. And that's a foul called on Isaiah Hartenstein. That's his first foul. Robinson, he's checked in for Williams.
In for the Bucks, number 50, David Robinson.
Here's Kuzi. Brunson defending. Down low. Here's Robinson. Soft touch off the glass.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Here's Wade. He's covered by Simons. Holmgren with a big reach.
And you know, as a roller, Holmgren shows great hands, and he makes nice adjustments moving downhill.
The Bucks leading by 4, and coming off a major injury. Chet Holmgren was unbelievable in his first full season, Brent.
Doesn't it feel like, B.A., he poured the concrete and a solid foundation for what his career is going to be all about? I mean, a terrific big with skill, size, toughness. The sky is the limit for this guy.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Here's a great quote from Coach Eric Spoelstra, who said, "The Miami Heat culture is a system based on discipline and hard work. We stand for something. That's competition. That's winning. We feel that there's a championship DNA that you can develop." And Brian, they walk the walk.
One of the great organizations in the league, Allie. The Bucks have gone a terrific 4 of 5 here in the second quarter. Adebayo in the post. He's covered by Holmgren. Heat trail by 3. On the wing, Wade. He's got 5. Pass to Hartenstein. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
As soon as Wade looks up and sees his teammate all alone, simple pass, throws it ahead, uncontested J.
Outside Robinson. And here we go, the Heat fast break. Outside Brunson. Here's Wade. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
And for the Bucks, they're shooting 52% from the floor so far. Here's Adebayo. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity.
Second team foul.
At 6'9", Bam Adebayo is on the shorter side of centers. Yet he is elite defensively, Grant.
He's been top 5 in Defensive Player of the Year voting a bunch of times. Bam has an incredible motor, a great IQ, and he's a switchable big. That's huge in today's game.
The two-way aspect of what Bam Adebayo brings to an NBA court, that's what you have to appreciate. He's so well-rounded as a player, and teams would love to have that kind of ability.
Wade, that's good. Wade's got 9 points in the quarter.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Kuzi, pass to Robinson. Now here's Jordan. Pass to Denley. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call. And a quick pause here. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard and check out last season's best shot blockers. Chet Holmgren, 4th.
It's obvious that he completely dedicated himself to protecting the rim, doing everything he could to get his hands on as many shots as possible.
And the Heat making a change here. Martin's checked in. Here's Wade. He's got 9. Hartenstein passes to Simmons. Oh, Robinson with a block.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Pass to Jordan. Over Simmons. Oh, Simmons with the block.
An all-defensive selection in this league. Ben Simmons has all the tools to be elite on this end.
here's Adebayo, guarded closely.
A great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players.
It's time for Snefl. If you see yourself on the big screen, then you know what to do. Show us your move. You're off beat. You're on the big screen. Get that.
.146 left in the second period. Wade, no good on the triple. The Bucks have gotten 6 of 9 attempts to go in the second. Looking good. Jordan with it. He's coming off a 10-point game against Atlanta. Shoots off the step back. Not going to go that time.
A struggle for him tonight, but if they can make this lead hold up, he can just chalk this up as one of those nights.
Back to Wade. Hartenstein with a screen on Jordan. Inside. And Hartenstein slams it in.
It's a stellar job from Dwayne Wade there, threading the needle with that pass and finding his teammate in a perfect position to finish off that screen.
Kuzi, pass to Robinson. Shoots over Hartenstein. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron. Robinson's got 6.
You're not going to see him miss too many from there, just a handful to defend.
Hartenstein with a screen on Jordan. To the paint. Hartenstein passes to Simmons. Here's Wade, covered by Jordan. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Martin. From deep, here's Simmons. And it's Jordan with the rebound. The Bucks have gone 7 for 11 in the second quarter. Adebayo finds Jordan. Robinson, a screen on Martin. From deep, Jordan. The shot no good. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Bucks ahead. They lead by 2. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this.
Love that they're taking high percentage shots, and it hasn't been easy for them. It's hard to score inside when the defense is collapsed.
And guys, let's take a moment to recognize the top performer for each squad thus far. Appreciate you joining us.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Chet Holmgren with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Through the first 2 quarters and change, his perimeter shooting continues to be spot on.
Yeah, you would hope the defense at least would start to consider creeping up on him just a little bit.
So on the floor for Milwaukee, they've got Bam Adebayo, And it's Thomas in at the 1 spot. Jordan misses.
Despite the defensive presence, he challenges at the rim. Give him an A for effort.
Over Oladipo. Rebound Miami.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one he took there.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
Adebayo passes to Thomas. Oh, it's blocked! It deflects off the backboard. Jordan against Oladipo. Pass to Hagan. And here's Holmgren. Right side Simmons. Holmgren with a screen on Adebayo. Here's Simmons. Can't tie it up. That one misses.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
Thomas, that's good.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Miami shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
Thomas passes to Robinson. Adebayo with it. He's covered by Holmgren. Thomas against Simmons. Robinson a screen on Simmons. And it's Thomas off the drive. Hey, it's blocked by Simmons. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Chet Holmgren makes up for his light frame with aggression. He said, quote, "You don't have to take a second look at me now to know that I'm not the biggest dude width-wise, so I have to hit first. Otherwise, the game's not going to go in my favor when things get physical," unquote. Brian, you agree?
I do, and you can tell he just refuses to back down, Allie. Here's Robinson, and it's Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Yeah, starting the half here 1 for 5, and the offense might need an ironing out.
The Bucks have gotten just 1 of 5 shots to drop since halftime. You know, after sitting out his first pro year due to a foot injury, Chet Holmgren was well worth the wait, Graham.
Yes, he was. And Chet was actually guarding LeBron during a summer pro-am game when he hurt his foot. But Chet was a monster his rookie year, already an elite shot blocker.
Holmgren finds Oladipo. 3-pointer, no good. The Bucks trail. Throws it up high, and slam dunk by Jordan.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Get ready to get hyped, fans. It's your Heat Breaker Dance Crew.
Milwaukee making a switch here. And a chance now to look at the highest scoring teams in the league from last season. The fourth spot held by the Bucks.
And last year, I liked watching this team operate on the offensive end. The ball movement, the patience, the confidence. You love seeing all that come together.
Simmons against Thomas. Oh, there's the alley. It's hauled in by Robinson. For Milwaukee, they've gotten only 2 of 7 shots to go in the third quarter. Oh, deflected and stolen by Holmgren. Oladipo with the ball. Jordan picks him up. Pass to Simmons. Back to Oladipo. Here's Hagan. Outside Simmons. 6 on the shot clock. From deep, Holmgren. Barry pulls it in. Milwaukee in the lead. Here's Chambers. Uses the glass on the layup.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Miami has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Pass to Holmgren. Oladipo, right side. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. Oladipo's got 5 now.
Such a good scorer on the inside, finding just a bit of space, and then Oladipo confident to knock that one in.
Here's Chambers. And a miss there on the triple.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Simmons against Thomas. Pass to Hagan. Launches a 3. It's good. And a beautiful setup from Simmons that time. He's got 7.
And when it comes to the 3, they've been really dialed in here in the second half.
To the inside, Jordan. It's hauled in by the Heat. Holmgren's got his 5th rebound in this one. Oladipo outside. Here's Holmgren. Oladipo, the pass to Hagan. Screen by Holmgren. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Robinson. Robinson's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
I'm not sure why they aren't going to him more. He's scoring the ball so well.
Here's Hagan to the middle. Ooh, the toughness of Holmgren.
A beautiful finish through contact. That's the dog in Holmgren.
Milwaukee's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust.
Let's go, fans. Give it up for your Heat Ice Ball. Attacking pass. Into a Ice Ball. Get wild and let them hear it. If you want to teach it, you gotta get wild.
Change here for Miami.
Let them hear you.
Pass to Williams. Here's Danley. Brooks defending. Danley passes to Kuzi. Just 5 on the clock. The Bucks need to get up a shot here. Here's Dantley. Not really his range, and it's off target.
Yeah, that shot's not going to make his teammates or coaches happy.
Yeah, the only thing that kind of shot helps with is your opponent's chance of winning.
And the three-pointer goes. And it's a 5-point Heat lead.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Here's Dantley. Brooks defending. Got a hand on it. Outside Brunson. Brunson with the finish inside. All right, well, a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Heat.
I mean, those swats, they can get into your head, make you think twice about shooting it. So it's about more than just those block numbers.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break. Now, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Bucks trail by 5. Here's Chambers. Out to Simons. From deep. Drains the triple. Simons has got 6.
Toughest 3 on the floor. No biggie for Simons.
Here's Wade. He's covered by Simons. Wade, the pass to Martin. Brooks from outside. Kuzi with the rebound.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will keep it.
Bucks ball.
Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Now Simons. He has 6. 4 on the clock for the lead. It doesn't go for him. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. It's the Heat. They're up by 2. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. They've got Isaiah Hartenstein. Victor Oladipo is out there with Ben Simmons. And it's Martin in at the 4. That's the group on the floor for Miami. There's Simons with a 3. Again, Simons missing. The Heat with the lead. Left side, Simmons. Here's Hagan. To the inside. Adebayo with a steal. And he lobs it up top. Out of bounds. Going to be Miami's ball.
I know people can't see you, but you're doing what I'm doing. Scratching your head to that turn.
Miami making a switch here. Holmgren's checked in. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for Miami. The lead is 2. Holmgren against Adebayo. To the paint. Simons with a steal. In transition. Here come the Bucks to tie it up. Second shot opportunity. Rejected by Holmgren.
Wow, I mean, the 7'6" wingspan coming in handy. Holmgren loves swatting away shots just like this.
Doesn't go that time. The Bucks have gone 0 for 3 in this fourth. Not good. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Miami Heat. On Monday, they kick off a road trip in Brooklyn, where they'll take on the Nets. And then on Monday, the New York Knicks come to town, kicking off a homestand for them.
And looking at the Philadelphia matchup, that's a contest that I'll keep an eye on. That'll be the 5th time they take it to the floor, and they want to get off to a fast start this year.
Makes it, and the next one could tie it up. Jordan's checked in for Miami. Robinson, he's checked in for the Bucks. Drops. He ties it up. Heat shooting only 42%. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Hagan. And the shot is good off the backboard.
He was sitting back a little bit there in the first half, but feels like showtime now, and he's ready to put some major points up on the board.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle.
Here we go, fans. Time to make some noise for your defense.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Doc Rivers as he talked with the team. Coach knows they're losing the 3 battle, and he told the team we need to limit their outside looks, force them to put it on the floor, and make them beat us off the dribble. Back to you, Brian.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Thomas misses. And here are the Heat now. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Oladipo, shot's good. 2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Thomas against Simmons. Inside. Takes a 13-footer. And it's Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Oladipo. The 3 is up. Milwaukee with the rebound. Robinson's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
And Simon's doing a good job operating and getting to his spot in the mid-range.
And if you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's Hagan. It's Milwaukee with a rebound.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
And stolen by Holmgren. Simmons against Thomas. Simmons is doubled. Pass to Holmgren. Here's the 3. It's good. And a beautiful setup from Simmons that time. Simmons has got 4 assists in the game. Bucks trail by 5. Simons outside. Now here's Robinson. Covered by Jordan. Here's Danley. Back to Robinson. Now here's Adebayo. 5 on the clock. And here's Simons. Lets it go from deep. The offensive rebound. Count it.
Yeah, those possessions like zombies staying alive out there, courtesy of Bam Adebayo.
Miami leading by 3. Outside Simmons. Pass to Jordan. Here's Hagan. Back to Holmgren. And here's Oladipo. Here's Hagan. And the Heat, another 3.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him at all times, or he will bury you.
Oladipo against Simons. Thomas outside. Back to Simons. Up top, Robinson. Again, the Bucks, good for 2.
Great decision by Simons. He's got the reputation of a score-first guard. He can dish it.
Simmons, the pass to Holmgren. And he's going for the oop here. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Well, that's where he's a huge threat to complete any sort of alley-oop. You could throw that at the top of the square, and DJ's going to throw it in.
Adebayo sets a screen. Down low. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Holmgren's got his 6th rebound on the night. Oladipo against Simons. Outside Simmons. Robinson with a steal. And the Bucks pushing it up now. Simmons against Simons. Robinson, a screen on Simmons. Simons up top. Clock at 6. Over Simmons. And it's Simons missing. Miami leading by 6. Here's Hagan. Right side Simmons. Shoots over Simons. For 3, Oladipo. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Dantley's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Thomas. Now Robinson. He's covered by Holmgren. Robinson in the post. Holmgren's there. Robinson finds Thomas. Here's Simons. And another miss by Milwaukee.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that. And he waited for the last possible minute to get that one off, made a sick adjustment right before he let it go.
Wade, he's checked in for Oladipo.
Substitution on the court.
Pass to Jordan. And it's Jordan with the rebound. Miami leading by 8. Here's Wade. 1:27 left in the final quarter. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
And just an incredible fake from Dwayne Wade to get his man in the air. Tell me you've seen that before.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. The Bucks trail by 9 to end the drought. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Holmgren's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Thomas against Simmons. Jordan, the screen. Inside. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Both sides are simply waiting for the clock to make it official. This is going to end up in the books as a nice win for the Heat.
It was stop and go for them along the way, but they finally seized full control of this game.
BA, the scoreboard definitely doesn't tell the whole story. They were able to pull things together when things got tough, and of course, they closed strong.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year. And we get spoiled sometimes, but we should take a second to appreciate what a sensational performance this has been for Chet Holmgren.
I like his aggressiveness here tonight, especially on the glass. He was not messing around.
And a big finish by Robinson. And we've got 28 seconds left in the 4th quarter. So it's Miami now. They've led by as many as 11.
Isaiah Thomas. Second personal foul. Second team foul. Now at the line, Ben Simmons. 2.
Oh, the first of 2, no good. A heartbreaker. That's off as well, so he misses both. And short of a miracle, they're walking out of here with a tough loss.
They fought all night, a terrific effort, but they just couldn't make enough big plays.
So the Heat win it. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or themselves, but at the end of the day, everyone on their side is happy.
Yeah, happy indeed.
How important, Greg, is it to a team's confidence to start the season strong?
Kevin, I think it means more if you're a young team. If your roster is filled with veterans, you're looking at the bigger picture.
Looking at the starting five for the Phoenix Suns. We've got Derek White. Malone is out there with Pippen. Then it's Reed. And it's Iverson in at the point. Now here's White. Malone sets the pick for White. 5 on the clock. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move. And he's got a chance for one more at the line. It goes on Kevin McHale. And though the Nuggets have some excellent outside shooters, Clark, they've been more prolific inside the arc the last couple years.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, they were an extreme example of that, Kevin. First in the league in two-point attempts, and then dead last, almost dead last, in three-point attempts. Not what most people would think when looking at the Nuggets.
Here's Donaldson. Pass to Pierce. Fires it up. And he misses his first shot. Pippen feeling it out a bit. Now here's Malone. He's guarded by McHale. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Here's Donaldson. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's going to be on Willis Reed. The Nuggets shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
And, you know, whenever they get into a stretch where it looked like maybe they would turn it around at the line, they would immediately take a step back.
And stolen by McHale. Pierce against Pippen. Poked loose. Harden outside from past the arc. Here's McHale. A shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
As we like to say, a guy like McHale is a problem. He's such an excellent scorer in the low post.
Pippen kicks to Iverson. Malone, a screen on Curry. Down low. Reed. And the dunk by Reed.
Well, I tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
Pass to Donaldson. Back to Harden. Here's Reed. And the dunk by Reed.
Very capable as a point guard is Derek White, showing off his playmaking skills there.
So for Phoenix, their last game, a win against the Warriors. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
Here's Pierce. 9 points last game. Harden scanning the floor. Here's Donaldson. Pippen against Pierce. 6 on the shot clock. And Harden now, top of the key. From the line. And that comes off the assist by Pierce.
Very efficient from the mid-range. Harden doesn't need a lot of wiggle room to feel comfortable shooting that shot.
Malone finds Pippen. And here's Reed. Iverson up top, guarded by Curry. It's deflected. Fires away from outside. Phoenix grabs the miss.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, they better be thinking about him. I mean, we know how dangerous he is.
those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And so it's Pierce with it. He brings it up for Denver. Trailing by 2. Harden against White. Now, here is Harden, guarded closer. Allen Iverson on the wing. Pippen against Harden. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Sinks the triple. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers with the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
And, guys, they've also done a great job generating offense from their defense, forcing turnovers and making the defense pay for those mistakes.
Now Curry, after the missed 3 from Karl Malone. Got him with the pump fake. Savvy move right there. Curry's got 5.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
Showed up defensively. Top 5 in terms of opponent field goal percentage. They really won a lot of games on that side of the floor.
And you just brought up their assists. They worked the ball around so well. Their offense last season revolved around their passing game. Here's Malone. Pippen with it. Here's White. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good look.
Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession. Suns trail by 3. Here's Red. Screen by Oakley. The tray. Michael Red, good for 3.
Boy, the long ball of Michael Red, the sweet shooting lefty, continuing to light it up from here.
Curry with the bounce pass. Willis down low, defended by Oakley. Harden, no good.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
Here's Red. It's White on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. With the drive. The shot will not fall. Good D by Harden. Denver's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Pass to Curry. And it's sent back by Turner.
Miles Turner denying another one of the league's best shot blockers year in and year out.
White the pass to Turner. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Suns.
And, guys, they've done a great job feeding their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around. They've done a nice job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass.
The Nuggets trail by 3.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Curry passes to Hayward. There's 1:26 left in the first. And now here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best teams from three-point land a year ago. The Suns 5th.
You know, a solid three-point game can be the cornerstone of an effective offense. I mean, it adds a little pop and punch to what a team is doing offensively. And last year, this team was not made up of just good three-point shooters. They had great three-point shooters. Shooter 2.
And he makes the first.
When healthy, Hayward still has a great all-around game. I think he's one of the more instinctive and smarter players around.
Hayward hits them both.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Pass to Red. To the inside. Fast break. Here they come. Outside Curry. Over Theus. Curry's shot is good. Curry's got 7 points.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
White looking around. Turner with the screen. White the pass to Turner. Bucket is good. And the Suns lead by 1.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
The shot by Holiday, no good. Suns have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And it's Theus missing.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
To the middle. Here's Hayward. Misses the baby hook. Here's Theus. Nothing on the board. Pass to Turner. Just 3 on the clock. Unable to get that one. At the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. The Suns on top. They lead by 1. And we'll get going after this from Ball Arena. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. Guys, what's your take so far on the Suns?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
where there's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg. What's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
So with Malone on the bench, this is Mike Budenholzer's lineup. Danny Granger out there with Miles Turner. Then there's Allen Iverson. Then there's Derek White. And it's Pippen in at the small forward.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one. And Greg, remember in DeJounte Murray's rookie year, he played in the Western Conference Finals.
Murray was the youngest player in that series, playing 20 minutes a game, competing against the KD Steph Warriors. How about that for a welcome to the NBA?
Denver making a switch here. Pierce is checked in.
And one look at Murray's game, and you can tell he's been well coached over the course of his career. His awareness, his work ethic, this guy is just always bringing it.
Granger misses.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And Murray, here we go. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Nuggets lead by 2.
Murray is a spectacular talent. And when he gets going, watch out.
Outside Turner. And he lobs it up toward the rim. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Kevin McHale, he checked in for the Nuggets. And with this core of the Suns, Greg, you never know who is going to initiate the offense for them.
And that can cause problems at times, Kevin. Can run you into issues keeping the ball moving. Turnovers can be their Achilles heel as well.
And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Murray.
And let's check out a breakdown looking at some data for White. Good season for him last year. 3rd in free throw shooting and a top 15 ranking in blocks per game, supplying that backline protection that is so key to a great defense.
And just going back to his free throw efficiency, it's about confidence when you're at the line. You've always said it. He had it. That's how he ended up with a top 3 ranking. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, coming out of high school at 6'0", Derek White didn't receive any full scholarship offers. He says it was humbling, but it drove me to get better. Each time you have the doubters, you just put a little chip on your shoulder. 29th pick overall in 2017 has come a long way. Kevin, those chips are still there.
You're so right, David. Thanks. He's become a heck of a player. Here's Murray after the made shot from Scottie Pippen. Donaldson, that's in there. Murray with the assist. Donaldson's got his 2nd basket of the night. And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for the Phoenix Suns. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Paul Pierce. Mark, it has been quite a run for the Nuggets, hasn't it, who have made the playoffs every season since 2019.
And how about this, Kevin? They've only been lower than a 3 seed one time in that span. And that was because Murray missed the season due to injury. They are consistently tough.
And the first one at the line is good.
I think what you most appreciate about Pippen, at least I do, is his versatility. I mean, he scores it, he rebounds, he passes, and he defends at a really high level.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. Nuggets trail. Holiday, the pass to Pierce. Good work defensively by Pippen. So for the Nuggets, their last game, a loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Total embarrassment. I was shocked at how poorly they played. I think they were shocked.
Yeah, and, you know, those losses really hurt when you can't get anything going your way, everything's going against you. Very frustrating.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
You know, these are the guys you need to be aware of if you don't want your pocket picked. Here are last season's steals leaders. DeJounte Murray, 4th.
He showed such tremendous defensive instincts. Trust me, nobody wanted him guarding them last year.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Iverson passes to Turner. To the paint. Trying to find White. Gets it to him. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
It'll be a jump ball.
Granger dishes to Iverson. Granger a screen on Murray. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the Suns miss again.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, it's still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
That one goes. Count it. Pippen's got the game tied up here for the Suns.
And I like what the defense is thinking here, but Pippen gets physical inside and insists on getting to his shot.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his first foul. Denver making a switch here. Harden's checked in. Suns trail by 3.
In the game for your Nuggets.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. That's tipped.
Love the timing that time from James Donaldson on the block.
Pass to Harden. And Pippen pulls it down. And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for the Suns. And it's Iverson missing.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Now here's McKee. Here's Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Boy, Murray showing you he can play above the rim. This guy's got major bounce as he punched that one down.
For Phoenix, they've gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Outside Turner. Granger for the 3. That ball. Nice feed that time from Turner. 6 points for Danny Granger.
Turner showing improvement as a passer, and the more he looks to distribute the ball, the better his team is.
For 3, Murray. The kick out to Pierce. From outside, off the mark. Suns trailing. Here's Pippen. And the slam dunk by Pippen.
Merciless move by Scotty with the ball, completely unbalancing the defender.
McHale outside. Pass to Harden. Fires from deep. Scores for only the second time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Back to Iverson. Fires the three. Another three for Phoenix.
The last three shot put Iverson in some kind of mood. He goes to the arc and delivers the answer.
Now here's Harden. 17 points in his last outing. Murray outside. And again, Denver with the triple.
Well, what a quarter for him. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and he's really riding that wave right now.
Pippen against Pierce. Turner with the screen for Granger. And it's Denver with the rebound. Donaldson's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pierce against Pippen. Here's Harden. It's hauled in by the Suns. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And, you know, confidence is key there. They seem to play with a ton of it, especially on the offensive end.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Denver calls timeout. Checked in for Paul Pierce. These teams were last season's best passers. The squads with the most assists in the NBA. The Nuggets third.
Just a gifted passing team. They play the kind of basketball that fans love to watch. Very unselfish and fluid offensively.
McHale finds Murray. There's 1:26 left here in the second. Inside, they get a hand on it. Donaldson, the shot misses. Some solid defense from Reed. Head passes to Malone. And it's sent back by McHale. And he recovers it. Granger for the three. The rebound by Harden.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Pass to Donaldson. Hayward outside. Head against Harden. Back to Hayward. Lets the three fly. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 4 assists now tonight.
Hayward's got such a quick release on the catch and shoot. Even before the ball gets to him, he's already making up his mind when he's going to let it fly.
Now here's Malone. An 11-point game for him in the win against Golden State. Some solid defense there from McHale. The Nuggets leading by 4. Here's Hayward. Up and in on the way. Hayward's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Yeah, and it should help them increase their separation here. I mean, this has been an impressive offensive output.
Malone passes to Theus. Back to Malone. With 1 on the clock, and he lays it up and in. Malone's got 5.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
DeJounte Murray has been leading the charge for Denver. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Here with Mike Budenholzer. Bud, what are you looking to clean up in the second half?
I don't think our offense is really moving the way we wanted to, getting up and down the court in pace. And, we got to make a few more open shots, but I think we can be a lot better offensively.
We've seen that from your team, Coach. I'm sure it'll show up. Thanks. Back to you.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
Drums, please. They're thinking about a shot. Let's hear it for the participant.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
Taking a look at the Suns, hey, their spirits are high. They have a chance to start the season on a winning streak. Build up that momentum, guys.
The way they looked in that first game, it certainly wouldn't be a surprise. And fellas, you take a look at the Nuggets. A close game so far through the first half.
Their work on the glass has been superb tonight. Chasing down every miss there, Ernie. That's their mindset.
Yeah, you can tell it was a focal point of their game plan coming in, and they've made good on that. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. DeJounte Murray has been sensational.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Here's Curry. Harden out there with Stephen Curry. Then there's McHale. Then it's Pierce. And it's Donaldson in at the 5, down low. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
Well, I tell you what, with Harden, sometimes it seems the more the defense bodies him up, the more determined and effective he is in scoring.
Now here's Iverson, and Iverson throws it down.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Harden the pass to Curry. Down low. Here's Donaldson. Reed covering, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
That's his second personal foul. Well, you know, the NBA is a league of gigantic dudes. I mean, still, Donaldson's sheer size is virtually unmatched. Taking 2 shots.
The free throw dropped for Donaldson. And he makes both free throws.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
Outside, Malone. Floats it up for Pippen. Stolen by Pierce. Curry against Iverson. Curry kicks to McHale. Harden outside. Plays it up and banks it in. Harden's got the lead up to 8 now for the Nuggets.
Harden's so good at getting the shot he wants and making tough shots when he has to. Great agility.
Pippen, the pass to Malone. Allen Iverson on the way. Guarded by Curry. White. His three-pointers off the mark.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team. That's why they're ahead.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard. If you see yourself on the big screen, you know what to do. Show us the move. Let's see the move.
In field goal percentage, and they were in the top 10 in blocks. That was the core element of their squad, keeping bodies in the paint and preventing those easy buckets.
And their field goal percentage speaks to what a patient team they were last season. Good shot selection was certainly the key to their system. Here's Iverson. He has 5. Pass to Reed. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. And Kevin McHale, the bucket on the assist by Harden. 6 points for Kevin McHale.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Iverson against Curry. Floats one up. Iverson dishes to Reed. No good, unable to end this run.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels. And, you know, that's their first miss after knocking down 4 in a row to start the half.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Thank you, Kevin. The game is certainly going international. Commissioner Adam Silver says, with basketball's exponential growth, it's now truly a global game. We're fortunate that the very best in the world want to play in a single league. And Kevin, the NBA continues to draw talent from all corners of the globe.
David, you've been all over the globe, and the talent level undeniable. On defense, Phoenix. It's a 10-point game. Iverson against Curry from deep three-point land. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Reed's got 4 rebounds in this game. Iverson passes to Malone. Shoots over Willis. And good off the lead pass that time. Malone's got it back down to single digits for Phoenix.
A lethal shooter from mid-range. Malone loves taking those shots when the D gives him the space.
On the wing, Harden. White covering. Pippen with the steal. Goes up. And then Pippen slams it in.
Boy, that's major force and ferocity by Scottie Pippen on that slam. No messing around with that one.
Harden the pass to Willis. Back to Harden. Good. And the nice assist from Willis. Harden's got 13 points.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
On the wing, Malone. Pippen against Pierce. Pippen down low. Got it. Good job in the low post. He's got 13.
This is a big-time game for Scottie offensively thus far. He's setting a high bar for the rest of the guys on that end.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. Checked in for the Nuggets. Holiday comes in for James Harden. And here's Hayward. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. It's to Curry. It's a very good look and converts. Curry's got 9.
Just make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from him.
It's time now to look at the NBA's top shooting teams from a season ago. Fourth, the Nuggets. The Suns, fifth.
The percentage each of these teams shot was just outstanding. I mean, that's a result of unselfishness and great offensive rhythm.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Pippen. DeJounte Murray, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Both free throws good for Pippen. The Nuggets leading by 6. And here is Murray. He's got 11.
And let's take a look now at the numbers for DeJounte Murray. Last season, he played outstanding. Averaged about 22 points per, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. And his playmaking really stands out, making his teammates better offensively with his terrific passing.
Yeah, he's outstanding at controlling the tempo. I mean, keeps the ball moving and, of course, finds the open man.
First one falls for him. Danny Granger is checked in for Pippen. And so Murray nails both of them.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Thea's the pass to Granger. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Great. He's ferocious when the ball goes up.
That's what they've got him out there for, fellas.
Murray, good.
Murray showing you real poise that time, guys, converting on aggressive defense. The concentration, outstanding.
Here's Theus. He has yet to score. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Nuggets.
Well, they've continued to play pedal to the metal, leaking out and capitalizing with ease when they get opportunities in the open court.
And they've also not only created turnovers tonight, but converted on them. All game long, that strategy has been paying off.
The first free throw is good.
He is a very efficient combo guard and all-around talent. Scores, rebounds, assists, and does it all at a high level.
Good on both.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
Now here's Murray. 15 points in the game. Outside, Willis. Shot clock at 5. Willis with a screen on Red. Holiday gets the bucket. Here's Theus. We've got 1:55 left to play in the third. To the middle. Here's Granger. Hayward with some nice D.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamorous stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
He's gone 3 for 4 from the line.
Murray, 2 shots.
Free throw good, Murray. And so Murray nails both of them. Suns trail by 10. Here's Theus. Pass to Red. Granger outside. Going inside. Second shot opportunity. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to go on Gordon Hayward.
The word you hear most about Granger is efficient. Good from mid-range, draws a lot of fouls, can score even when the D has all of his attention.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And so Granger nails both of them. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for Denver. They've held a 12-point lead early. Willis up top. Lock at 6. Hayward on the wing. Over Granger. The Nuggets with another miss. Suns trail by 8. Michael Redd is on the wing, guarded by Holiday. Redd passes to Turner. Rebound by the Nuggets. 36 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Hayward. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on Michael Redd.
This happens night in and night out with Hayward. He does a terrific job of converting through contact.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
At the line for your Nuggets, Gordon Hayward. One shot.
And Hayward, no good on that one.
You know, there's no question about it. Hayward is an exciting player and an athletic forward who can really, really score.
Takes the 3. And that's collected by Willis. The Nuggets leading by 10. Now here is Holiday. Murray, the pass to Willis. Back to Murray. Puts up a 3. Good on the three-point shot. Murray's got 9 points in the quarter.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And so it's Denver. 13 points up at the end of the period. Their transition game has been in full effect. Back right after this. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. Reed out there at Malone. Then it's Pippen, and it's Michael Redd, and it's Thiessen at the point guard.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball, following the score by Phoenix. Outside Curry. Puts up a deep 3. Phoenix grabs the miss. Throws it up high. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Launches it from deep. Rebounded by Malone. Suns trail by 11. Here's Redd. Picks it out to Malone. Hits the three-point bomb.
And from time to time, Malone can make that. The D is going to have to adjust moving forward.
Curry passes to Holiday. Outside, McHale. To the inside, Hayward. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. And the Nuggets lead by 10.
Nice dime drop there from Holiday. Excellent awareness.
Pippen outside. Pass to Reed. And Phoenix with another turnover here.
Well, that's a moment he'd like to archive. Embarrassing lapse of judgment there.
A different look for Denver. Pierce has checked in for Hayward. And James Harden has subbed in for Drew Holiday. Iverson's checked in for Phoenix. Here's Harden. Now Curry. Now here's McHale. Back to Curry. And there's the call on Karl Malone. That is his first foul of the game. Whitey's checked in for the Suns.
Suns substitution. Number 21, Derek White.
Pierce against Pippen. Pierce the pass to Donaldson. Shot clock at 6. It's tipped. Curry is inside. Iverson covering. Curry's shot is off.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
And so it's Pierce with it. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. The Nuggets with another miss.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
And since halftime, he has been a different player.
Here's Curry after the made shot from Karl Malone. Harden outside. Fires for 3. And it's Reed pulling it down. Reed's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
You know, after connecting on 1 3-pointer in the first half, he hasn't netted another one since.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Baiting defenders into fouls. AI so good at drawing fouls and getting to the strike.
Allen Iverson, 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
Free throw good. Iverson.
You know, one of the things you just love about Iverson is the heart he plays with. Every minute he's out there, there's no denying that he's giving it his all.
And both free throws good for Iverson. Timeout called. Nuggets. Let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Was able to listen to what David Adelman went over with his team. While the team is up, Coach doesn't want his team to let up. He told the team to finish this game. Do not think this will be easy. We've seen comebacks before. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Now here's Curry. Outside, McHale. Pass to Harden. To the paint. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. And the Nuggets lead by 8. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Pippen kicks to Iverson.
foul. At the line for the Suns, Allen Iverson. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Curry against Iverson. Here's Donaldson. It's rebounded by Malone. Malone's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pippen finds Reed. Curry looking it over. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Suns trail by 7. Pippen outside. Pass to Reed. Rebound by the Nuggets. Donaldson's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Curry passes to Donaldson. Back to Curry.
And Curry's really a master at drawing contact. The defense has to be careful when defending him.
Second team foul. At the line for Denver, Stephen Curry, taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
Boy, how consistently good Steph's been over the course of his career. Really remarkable. What a teammate, what a leader, what a player.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And you know with Curry, what impresses me most is his efficiency. That's not something we normally see in a high-volume jump shooter.
Now, here is Reed.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Checking in the game for your Nuggets, number 99, George Mikan.
Here's White. Malone sets the pick for White. Count it.
Outstanding concentration that time by White on the take. Play through the contact and score.
Iverson against Curry. Inside, here's McHale. Second chance effort. It's tipped. Iverson against Curry. Got a piece of